Wait here for some people to come in. Hi, Gayla. This way I can talk to my girl. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Patty. I'm ironing I was just on Sandra's. A lot of you's over there. But I'm ironing the binding for the giveaway quilt. Hi, Pam. Hi, Glenda. Oh, I didn't do something. I got my new glasses on. I've been using my phone. I can see real good, but I can't see the computer with these. Hey, Jennifer, here, before I start, Jennifer, here's the books I was telling you about. There's one of them. It's got a lot of patterns in it. Let me see if I can find different things. I was going to look and see if it's got, hi, AKW, see if it's got the measurements on them. Here's some patterns here for like the tulips and stuff. Yeah, it's got sizes and stuff on this one. It ain't like that one Sandra was showing. But oh, you was just lurking over there, Patty? Oh. Yeah, I'm working on the binding for the giveaway quilt. I should have it on today, I hope, or by tomorrow. And excuse me, how I'm going to give the quilt away. It's on Facebook. My aunt got it quilted, dropped it off yesterday. So, how I'm going to give it away, I want everybody that wants a chance at the quilt to type something like yes or I would like it or something like that on my Facebook or on hi Loretta. Oh, Loretta's Jennifer, do you see that? I won't give your addresses out, but if you're on Facebook, Jennifer and Donnie's on Facebook. You can do it through Messenger that way. But I got mail today here. It's for the red, white, and blue quilt. It's from Catherine. Randy, I love making patriotic blocks and have different fabrics on hand. Thank you for the chance to make some and donate to you to a good cause. Can't wait to see what you do with them. P.S. My sewing room looks worked in now. She sent me some pictures here a while back of her sewing room, and it was so organized, nothing was out of place. So I was aggravating her. I go, she must not do nothing, but you guys got to check these blocks out. I already opened it. Shannon was awake earlier, so I had to show her. I was going to go live earlier, then some old woman went live, so I didn't want to go while she was live. But here's the first one. Here's the second one. That one's really pretty too. I like this one. And here's my favorite, though, of them. Of all three of them she sent me. Look at this, guys. Ain't that pretty? I should have enough blocks now for that. I'll turn this around. You can probably see my iron and everything else. But there's where they're going on. Some of them fell. I got to put them back up. But I think I have enough now to put it together. I'm going to mail these to you, Jennifer. I mean, I'm not going to use them, guys. So if somebody can get some use out of something I have, you know, I'm going to pass stuff along. So there she is. Yep, they're really nice blocks. I really like this one the best. Somebody's in. Hey, my girlfriend's here. If I get the button now. What is that? I can't see none of these glasses. I really like this one, though, the best. That one's really pretty.
It's like, as long as I'm not echoing. Okay.
You're not. Hi, Delaney.
See, there,
Hey, are you going to talk to me now? Huh? Let me move my camera. There you are. I see you. You was waving earlier. Now you're blinking your eyes at me now.
Oh.
Patty kicking? Patty, I don't know the song. Grandma will do it. But I think instead of going in the oven, in this day and age, I think it needs to go in the microwave.
Yeah. I seen that Yo Patty was lurking earlier on mine.
Yep, she was lurking.
Yeah, because we have to sew.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying. I got that much iron that got it cut and sewed together. Now I'm just ironing it.
And see, that's where I don't iron. It's like waste of my time.
I need a long ironing board, but I just got, I don't know if you guys see here in front of me. That's my ironing board. What it is one of Shannon's cutting boards, and I put a pillowcase over it. It's easier for me to iron it. It keeps it straighter for me to start sewing it on.
It's years of experience. That's why I'm not worried about it, Randy.
I tried to do some, but it crinkles up, and if I keep it halfway ironed, I keep it halfway straight that way.
I've been quilting for over half your age, Randy.
Yeah, I know.
That makes me old.
I aggravate you about that, but I'm only 5 years younger than you. What day is your birthday?
June 21st.
Yeah, see, you're 5 years and 4 days older than me.
Okay. But yeah, it's like the
Or
quilt
4
that
years.
I showed
4
you
years.
earlier. That thing's over 30
mine's
years
the 25th. Old. Mine's the 25th, and I'll be 65.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not it's just a number.
Hi, Kim. What's your next project going to be?
Hi, Kim.
I hate to say this, Jennifer. I'm finishing the red, white, and blue quilt, and then I'm going to be taking a break. I'm finishing the stuff I said I would do, and I'm not going to start another one right now. I'm still going to do them once in a while, but I'm not going to do it all the time. But I have one that the farm scenery I'd like to do with the jean material. I started it, but I haven't got all of it cut out. So it really ain't started. I did start cutting the jeans up for that.
He's a little poo.
But I did say I would do the YouTube quilts and the red, white, and blue quilt. And so I'm going to finish them. I got all the blocks now for the red, white, and blue. I just got to sew it together, cut the borders, and that's being sent off to Lynn, and she's going to quilt that. So, but I'm finishing today and tomorrow the giveaway quilt, and I'm going to write everybody's name down that's in my chat here, and that's how you're getting entered into the quilt. And then if you're on Facebook, some people aren't on Facebook, they're on YouTube. So if you commented on the Facebook page and you commented on the YouTube, your name is going to be in. And then I'm going to do a live. I haven't figured out what day. I won't get the quilt done so I can have it hanging up and make sure everybody's name's in there. And then I'm going to pick one name, and that quilt's going to be mailed off to them.
You gonna put your name in, D? Are you?
She's part of the show.
She's being goofy right now, fighting the sleep.
You're not paying attention to me, girl. I asked you to come and visit me, and you're not even paying attention to me today.
See, everything's fascinating today.
Have you got one of them toys hanging on the ceiling for her to look at?
The ceiling fan.
Oh, okay.
And then she's looking at the quilts on the wall upside down. I guess they look better if you go upside down.
I see. She's more distracted with the objects than me.
But she's trying to go to sleep. She ducks her head down, and you think she's sleeping, and then it's like, oh, gotta pick it up again. See there. Say hi, Bandy. Say hi, everybody. But she is fascinated with material.
The link is dropped, guys, if anybody else wants to come up. Oh, I didn't pin it, though. I didn't have my phone on. I was trying to hurry before Dee went to sleep, so I didn't set everything up.
Yeah. When you're in a hurry, it is that way. Kim says, hi, Delaney.
Yeah, the computer was in the other room in the living room still. I hadn't had it. I was on my phone in here a while ago when I was talking to you.
Yeah.
And so I had to go get it. And I didn't even bring the plugger up. So it lasts about an hour or so.
This is why I'm changing my time. Because she's getting where the nap's interfering. Plus she's got, like I said, this weekend I think she grew 12 more hands.
I was going to ask in the chat a while ago, how did her camping trip go?
She loved riding in the Razor, which is a UTV. It's a brand. Yeah. And she does not like the rough trails. It interfered. Ow! Oh. It interfered with her sleep.
Oh.
Sorry for the ouch. She can pinch. That and the headbutts.
Them headbutts look rough.
Oh.
She just bang right back real quick.
Yeah. And being she's got teeth now, I hope she doesn't go to biting. Just go to sleep. Get all cuddled in there. Go to sleep. Grab a blankie. You want pink or gray?
You think as much as you guys hold her, is she going to stay in a playpen?
Yeah, she will.
You have to put a top on it.
Well, at least with the playpen, it'll be, quite taller. This thing that's right here beside me, it's maybe 12 inches. And when she stands up on this, she's going to be heads over.
Hi, Pam.
But yeah, she doesn't like the light on in her eye. That's why she's always burying her head.
Yeah, Terry should be able to move around, but Grandma's always holding her as soon as she makes a noise, though.
Well, I had to go get her because she was in the other room. And she was in her bouncer, and she'd turn around and was coming out head first up over the top.
The way her hands are, you're going to have a top on it, a net or something, because she'll be out of it for long.
Yeah, but it's going to be a designated play and sleep area because that's what she has at home.
So, she already has one. She's been in one.
She has one at home, but it's constantly taking things back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. So I found one 43% off. And I says, it's saying time to buy. She's just staring out the window.
Oh, Terry says her daughter had one. She liked being in. When she got older, she would climb in just to play.
Yeah.
I wish I had one here a while back when I had Precious in the house.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't keep her corralled.
Well, the older ones that my grandkids had, they was square, and you could drop down a side so you didn't have to lift over all the side, but it would lock up.
Uh-huh.
When I put the side down, the kids was always crawling up in there. We'd put a blanket up over the top, and they used it as a tent.
Right.
They used it more for playing. And then when it come bedtime, they went in and got on their little toddler beds. We didn't buy the frame. I made the frame. Because, we didn't know how long we was going to be someplace. So I just made a 4x4 wood frame toddler bed for each kid.
When they're little like that, you don't need them fancy ones. Because they outgrow them anyway.
Yeah. Well, heck, when we first moved in this house, because it's smaller, but for $4,000, where else can you find a house that cheap? We moved in, and the girls shared. This is a 10 by 10 bedroom, and they had the 12 by 12 bedroom. The closet is mainly on this one, but it gives them more space. And we found these actual military bunk bed mattresses that are only 30 inches wide. You can't find bed frames for a 30-inch wide mattress. So we made our own frames for their beds. That way the girls could share the bigger of the two rooms. And
you messed me up earlier too. You was doing something or showing pictures. I wasn't paying attention. I was sewing my strips together, and I had one backwards and one forwards.
Oh.
So I had to rip one out. I'm glad I caught it before I started putting it around the quilt.
Yeah. It's easy to do, Randy. Or you sew it all just wrong. Yeah. See, she's out now.
Bottom pad.
Yeah. But
kids are smart sometimes, figuring things out. They watch people move something around, like lifting bottoms up or whatever. And it's like her hands are always going, trying to do different things.
Yeah.
And she's always paying attention to what's going on.
And then she has her ways, like when she does that back wiggle and that head back to my chest. It's usually because she's tired. But it's like.
Well, Grandma's always making noises. She can't sleep.
Yeah. But she slept for 45 minutes in the bouncer when she woke up this morning. Because if you can just get her to go to sleep, it's like she's going to miss out on everything.
Well, she's so curious. She's alert. When somebody's doing something, she wants to see what's going on.
Yeah. If I would have seen this one design, there's this for space saving. They took like a center wall, but in the you got into one of your twin beds from the one side of the wall, and then you got in the bunk bed part on the other side of the wall. So it was like two separate rooms because the beds were separated. I says, that's what I needed.
I like the ones I see now. They'll have a little bit bigger bed, like going this way, but then they'll have a bunk bed turned up, a smaller bed going the other direction,
Yeah.
connected, like a corner unit.
Those are, what are those called? Dorm beds?
I think so.
Because they're space savers.
Yeah.
And sometimes the bed will be just up top and you'll have a whole desk and your dresser area underneath. But they're space savers. My grandsons had those. During every other week, or for 2 weeks, they had their own bedrooms. And then every other weekend, one would give up his bedroom for the stepsister to come. So that's what they had. And it works great. So who all did you get the blocks from? Because it took forever for notification to come up on mine today.
This one here is from Catherine.
Okay.
She's in chat right now. She actually sent me a message here a while back, told me she had them in the mail, and I got them today finally.
Okay.
And I got something else coming, a box coming from somewhere else, but I don't know who it's from.
Yeah. All those surprises. They're just surprises.
I like getting mail looking, other than all the bills, but I like getting mails to see what, I like looking at the different work. I know I'm not very good at this, but looking at like this one here, well, all of hers are.
Yeah.
Jennifer's doing pretty good at it without much training, but I don't, if it shows up, look at the points and the lines on that stuff. It's just
now, like when you sew it together, don't sew the points off.
She left me enough room. See at the end, there's a 1/4 inch around the points, so the points will be on this one. Yeah, when she made this one here, at the points, they're not right out to the tip. And I like that because then you can see the points. Hi, Lynn. Lynn, I got, I think, enough blocks to do the red, white, and blue quilt. So maybe this week here I can get, I'm going to finish this one I'm working on right now. Maybe next week I'll have the red, white, and blue and I get it mailed off to you. Don never has sent me his address. I know he's in the Dakotas, but he never has sent me his address.
Well, he probably forgot.
He always misses my lives and comments afterwards. He misses it.
Yeah.
But I don't have a set time. I was talking to Shannon earlier. I am going to try to pick one day a week and maybe do a live outside, with the animals or something like that once a week anyway.
Yep. I'll follow. I like watching animals too.
Right now, if you look on Shannon's or on her Facebook, we got one horse left, and the boy goats are all in the same pen. They got one hay feeder, and they're sharing. They just stand there. She took a picture of there's 5 boys and the horse standing there eating together.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to get Shannon as a Facebook friend, huh?
It's SD Smith.
Okay. I think it comes up every now and then.
Yeah, she got it. It was a little bit rainy out, and it turned out a real nice picture of them standing there eating together. They don't fight. He doesn't kick at them. And now the bigger boy goat or buck, he's a little bit scared of the horse. He kind of stays away, but the little boys, they just go right up by him, run around
Yeah.
with him. I should have had my aunt do the binding iron, and she's got a big iron board. I did our other quilt that we're having the raffle for, or the donation for.
Yeah.
I ironed the binding on her ironing board. I could do a big old long strip instead of just a foot at a time.
Well, just put an ironing board on your, if you see it at a thrift store or a yard sale, pick it up.
And we
Quite
went to the
often you
thrift
can
store
find
the
them
other
for like
day, and I
$5.
looked in there for one. They didn't have any.
Yeah. Or someday you'll find a piece of plywood that's longer and you can just cover it
But
yourself.
my room really ain't big enough, so I got to get one that you can fold up and hang up. So,
Yeah. Or just lean it against the wall.
yeah.
See, mine's sitting on my shelf over here. But
This works, but it just takes a little longer.
But like I said, I don't press mine anymore. It was just a thing I didn't need, and then I didn't like the crease. Hi, Doggle Ben.
Hi, Doggle Ben.
I could read his because it was not blue.
I'm going to have to, if I go live, I'm going to have to use my old glasses because it's too far away. I can see really good the screen, but I can't read the writing with these new glasses.
Well,
and then if I got to get that far up to see the chat. But it makes it where I can see everything clearer. On my phone, I can see really good, but the computer's just out of sight.
just go up in the corner where those 3 dots are and make your screen bigger. It makes the picture smaller, but it increases the words.
I don't have 3 dots anywhere.
It's like where it says what site you're on.
Yeah.
There's 3 dots and okay, it looks like you got a white file folder open.
Right.
Go over past the star towards some other things. There's 3 dots.
Okay, I see them now.
Press that and then enlarge. Zoom. It says zoom. And I have mine at 120.
Uh-oh. That took you off. Uh-oh.
You hit the wrong thing.
I hit that and it cleared the whole screen off. Lynn, I'm working on the binding on the giveaway quilt. This is going to go around the one that's on Facebook right now, the pictures. It's in the other room laid out on the couch right now, or I'd bring it in here.
If you enlarge it too big, Randy, it will take off the picture.
All I did was click on it and it took the picture out.
Oh, you must have really zoomed it.
Yeah, I did it. They did an update on my phone too, Doggle Ben, and I don't like it. And Shannon's too last week, and it messed everything up. You can't find nothing. This is on the laptop though, right here. But I know, like Sandra said, Lynn, some of you don't iron the binding, but I found it's easier for me. Oh, I only got a foot and a half to go, so I'm almost done. It makes it easier for me to keep it straight when I'm sewing it.
Like I said, we all do different. And I don't just throw a pile on my floor because I wrap it around anything that I can wrap it around that's round, pill bottle, whatever.
I went in and laid it around the quilt, make sure I cut enough.
Gayla wants to know what your Facebook page is.
It's R.E. Smith.
Yeah.
Gayla. R.E. Smith.
See, I have a niece that's named Shannon Smith.
All right. That's all ironed. All I got to do is
Start your
sewing.
sewing. Start your engines.
Yep. I think I'm going to change the bobbin before I start because I know I'll run out in the middle.
I always let it run because I don't want to use it up someplace else. It's easy to put a new one in.
It's not for me. My fingers are too fat trying to snap that thing in there.
It's like,
and then it irritates me because I don't catch it and I'll be going down and I might go a foot before I notice it's not sewed. So
yeah.
I'll see if I can find you, Gayla, on here. I found you. You already sent me a friend's request.
Yep. She's on it.
But I'll go through, guys, that picture of the quilt. If you guys want, I know some of you might not want the quilt, but if you want it, type I want it or yes or something, just let me know. And I'm going to go through and write everybody's name down. Actually, I'll make a new post of the picture of it.
Okay.
And everybody comments on it. I'm going to put your name in a hat. And
but you have to comment.
Yeah, you have to comment. And that way, because some of the people can't comment on YouTube, but they can comment on my Facebook or Messenger. So that'll give you 2 options to enter that way. And maybe you're going, Thursdays?
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. Unless I change. But right now I'm going to stick with my Tuesday and Thursday.
What time's your Thursday one?
I'm going to come on at noon again.
Noon, your time?
Noon my time, 2:00 yours.
All right. And what, for an hour?
Yes.
All right. So we'll do a live on mine Thursday, probably then at 3:00 on mine and do the drawing for that then.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and set it up. That way everybody has a chance to go to it. And you can go ahead and comment on it when I set up. Now you can do it. Well, sometimes we can't see the comments afterwards. They don't save them, but that way everybody can get involved in it.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 p.m. Eastern. That's Sandra's time, Dogabin.
No, I'm Western.
Well,
I'm specific.
Dogabin's on.
Yeah.
Dogabin's on. She's in Indiana. She might be on Eastern time now.
Yeah, she's probably Eastern time.
But I'll go ahead and set it up here in a little bit so it'll be programmed already. Giveaway quilt. And that way everybody can come then next Thursday then that way.
He's just confirming you're coming on 3 p.m., but your time is Central, isn't it?
Yep, mine's Central.
3 p.m.
Like when you came on today at noon, it was 2 here.
Yep. So we always have to stick in our time zones. And it's like I tell people now, like, I will be there at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And they go, well, yeah, we're Pacific time. I says, well, I'm too used to YouTube now. Because we all have different time zones.
Yep.
And so when you try to think of everybody else's, who's going on at what time and which time zone, it's worse than a TV guide.
We almost need a TV guide for YouTube.
Yeah, we do.
because I forget sometimes. Like Lori does hers more of a morning,
Yeah.
and so I forget about it of a morning because I try to catch hers of a morning, and then
Yeah.
Mona's is middle of the morning, towards it. So I try to catch everybody.
And see, my old time was when people were starting to prepare their dinner, where it's not even lunchtime for me yet. So it's like we're hoping this works out better. Just an hour earlier, and I'm going to stick to the rule 1 hour because I give everybody 1 hour. If you don't keep my attention in that 1 hour, I'm out of there. But I only have an hour. I have a life. I have a house. I have a granddaughter. I have a yard. But it's like 1 hour is more than enough time for visiting, teaching.
You get to show quite a bit in an hour's time,
If
and it
you're
gives
set up and ready, yes.
and then it gives people a chance. If they know you're coming on, have your questions ready. If you're
Yeah.
going to show them something, or most of us are on Messenger, maybe send a message before. That way you can have it ready to show, what to do. Like I made a mistake. I was going to do it on this binding. I was going to sew the pieces together at an angle, 45, and I forgot. I started sewing them together straight. So now I got a little bit of a bump right here. I was going to spread it out because I watched the video doing that. And then when I started sewing, I didn't even think about it.
And Lynn, yes. Like Lori is in Eastern time. So her 10 o'clock is our 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And my alarm didn't go off this Monday at all.
I didn't. I got hurt this weekend, so I missed Lori's. I was moving hay. I got hay, and I just got the tractor out. We got forks to go on it that I picked the hay up with, and I was doing the connection, and I slipped on the fork and fell down and bruised 2 ribs right through here, and I was hurting all weekend. So I actually didn't sleep much, and I actually was asleep when Lori was on this week.
Yeah. Well, you could take my cough to go with your bruised ribs. I bruised my ribs. I coughed so much last week.
It's a wonder as much coughing you've done, you haven't been spitting up blood. I got a coughing a long time ago when I broke a blood vessel.
But my son has the forks on the front of his tractor, and when I go out in his barn, I sit buckets by those forks. I always trip over those dang forks.
Well, I had them on the ground, but I've abused our tractor loader. It's been a little bit, so it doesn't lock down real easy.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning my fat butt over it, trying to lock it down, and I had my feet on the forks, and it's a little bit wet, and I slipped on it, and I went bang down on it, went on down to the ground, and man, it knocked the air out of me.
But it's like, because of picking up the bigger bales of hay, he had to make that counterweight.
Yeah.
Well, he leaves it up high in the air, and I bumped my hip on that dang. We did a 55-gallon drum, cut it in half, and filled it with concrete. And you hit that thing, it's terrible.
Yeah, they always catch you in the right spots, in the knees or chins or whatever. We don't have a counterweight. I actually, on my tractor, I had them come out last year, and we put fluid in the tires. But I got built a carry-all on the back, so we can carry stuff on the platform, and we put stuff on it for extra weight, doing stuff. But our tractor's too small for what I always use it for. But it's all I got, so I use it.
He went with a bigger tractor this year, but it used to be he'd get, when he went out to move the hay, that
I don't know, Kim. I got a really sore bruise right here, and right across that spot right there, and there's a lump. But I didn't go to the doctor.
It does if you put a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap in the sprayer.
Oh, is that what you do?
But yes,
I do some for your lawn.
yes.
You want this container that up here in the corner by your gate.
Okay,
The one from the concrete.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
There's 2 bottles. What's left? I sprayed all those.
okay.
And I started spraying over the fence back there by the shop and shit. What I can reach.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm going to spray more tonight.
Yeah, this stuff here. Yeah, kill the patients.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
I know what you're talking about. If you're spraying weeds or anything, you put a little bit of dish soap in there, and it sticks to the leaves and keeps the pesticide stuff on the leaves longer.
Well, my neighbor was spraying, and he has leftover in his container. So he called to tell me that he just set it over the fence. So
We
I
got
can spray it later.
We got to spray for thistles. My sprayers were broken. Shannon bought me a new sprayer, last week, Friday? And it's been raining every day. And it's got to be like 70 degrees and dry to spray the thistles or it won't work. But it's been raining ever since you bought the sprayer.
Yeah. Well, I sprayed, because I have ground clear type stuff for the non-yard. And then I have weed and grass. It's just for lawns. It's weed for lawns. But it's like kochia. We have what's called kochia. And it grows like somebody, when it first started growing, thought people were growing marijuana. Because it'll grow 6, 7, 8 foot tall.
Oh, wow.
And then when it goes to seed, and then we have another one that grows close to the ground. And when it goes to bloom, one little bloom can put out 12,000 seeds.
Oh, wow.
And it is noxious as all get out. And it normally grows in gardens and flower beds because it looks like a succulent that we buy in the flower department. Right now, I can't think of it because I haven't had it for 3 years now. I'm hoping I finally got it all killed. But it's like, I don't water my gravel parking lot. So why is it growing there? One summer, I picked out of my parking lot, which is 50 by 50, 27 5-gallon buckets of that weed.
Oh, jeez. That's about what it was. We got thistles here, and the farmers are supposed to take care of it. Our neighbor didn't one year. His whole fields were covered with it. He finally come in and sprayed, and they come over in ours, and Shannon went around, was digging up all the plants. We got one field really complete, but there's a couple small areas. Oh, it ain't real big. The thistles come back this year, and we got to get taken care of because once they go to the flower and seeds, they spread like them things do. Hey, Michael.
But yeah, yeah, we can get on all different subjects on weed killers. It's like when I dig the dandelions up out of my yard, every time I pop a dandelion, in pops a thistle. Why? It doesn't make any sense. So I have to quit popping dandelions because I don't want to deal with the thistles either. It's just unreal. But it's like one weed's considered a noxious weed, and we get fined if we don't get rid of it, that kochia. But cows and animals love it. But it can grow, if there's not an animal out there eating it, it grows up to 9 foot tall. And then it goes to seed, and then we got a million more of it.
And then it's even harder to take care of. I don't like grass in my gravel.
Right.
I try to maintain I got pretty good sized driveways. One out to my barn, one back around to my garage. Got a U-shaped driveway. and I hate seeing grass growing in my rocks.
And then what?
I gotta get some stuff for that.
Even though I'm in city limits, my front has gravel, like your driveway would have
Uh-huh.
before the pavement. I have to maintain that gravel also. I have to keep the weeds out of that gravel. And then the alley that's behind my house, I have to maintain half of that alley also. So I have quite an area
What
to
does Lynn
spray.
use? I can't pronounce them words that Lynn wrote. Can you see it? Oh, Jennifer says she uses salt in her driveway and on the fence line.
Casseron granules. She puts a drop of casseron granules in the
I've
hole
never
after
heard of
pulling
that.
the weeds. We salt our driveway and fence line. And the other thing that works very well is vinegar.
I've been watching some videos about vinegar doing things. You use vinegar for a lot of stuff, and I was going to try because the stuff you get from the stores anymore, it's like $50 for less than a gallon of it now.
They buy pool
Oh,
salt.
pool salt. Okay. Do you water it down or just put the dry salt out there, Jennifer?
But those spray bottles, I have one that's for the grass that only kills those weeds. Then I have another one for the total kill. I have a big black X on the side of the thing. And what do you use to kill weeds? It's mine. I just use the Ortho Weed Be Gone and a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap. It's that.
Oh, well, it's been raining up here, Jennifer, so it'd be a good time to put it right now. Everything's damp right now.
Yeah.
I'll get a bag this weekend and try it.
Now, along your driveway, as long as you're not afraid of leaching, the salt running down with the water into more.
Right.
Yeah. I use the Ortho Weed Be Gone. I bought generic. It doesn't work. And then if you really got the money, Scott's Weed Be Gone, the granular, but that stuff's expensive. It costs $150 to treat my yard with the Scott stuff.
Mm.
And I use one bottle that was costing me $15. I don't know what this year price is to treat my yard. But the thing is, you have to every 3 months do it again. That's the thing to remember. Like Weed Be Gone, every couple months, depending on your growing season. I do it in the spring, and I go again in the fall.
Dagobah says she used the granules, but it didn't work.
Was it Scott's
Do much.
name? But I've always used the liquid. Ortho Weed Be Gone liquid. It's in a green bottle. This neighbor, he said that he was going to set a bottle of stuff out for me that he had bought. And I thought he was using a Gatorade bottle. And no, he bought me a brand new bottle.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, Paula. It was, yeah. Scott takes longer, but once it takes effect, it took me 2 years to finally get the Weed Be Gone to do what I wanted it to do.
I told Shannon I want to buy me one of them big torches. You use a propane tank. You like heat stuff. I'll go around and burn the grass out of my driveway.
I tried that 1 year, got in trouble. Open the burning law.
Right.
Grounded me. Because I get great big huge, like right now I have a 4-foot tumbleweed in my backyard. And every time I go move it, it comes back. So that tumbleweed is going to get a ride to the garbage can, and then I will smash it and break it up in my, so I'll pay to get rid of it. But the one year I was burning them off my fence, and I got in trouble.
I used to use gasoline and diesel, but some people get mad at you putting diesel in the ground
Yep.
or used oil. It works, but it's just putting it back where it came from. But the environmental people say it's not right.
Correct. So I got to take that big thing, and I've used Roundup to keep landscape rock and free.
That
but
Roundup
can't use
Dogobin's getting high now. When I went to the feed store, I was going to get a bottle, and they got a generic one, but it was $50 for a gallon of it now.
Well, and then if you read the label, like this one ground clear, I can put this one on now, but this other ground clear I have to put it on a month earlier than I'd ever think of going out. It needs to be out more in the spring. And so I have different times a year. I have one spray that goes now, and then one spray that goes in the fall, and one spray that you put on in the spring. But I get what's called a 1 year ground clear,
Uh-huh.
and it does really good. Last year I slacked off. Oh, I think my granddaughter's here. I hear a squeaky door. The one that was up in Alaska just came in.
Oh.
Michaela K. Yeah. I'm talking to.
These are going to be on the camera.
Okay.
You can come in and talk.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Somebody heard her talk.
Yep.
Look, you want this one, I know. She doesn't know who she is, but this is my granddaughter, Michaela.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, dear.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And she's just waking up.
Being bashful.
Well, she's just waking up. Doesn't help.
Who are these?
Yeah? You going to say hi? You're okay. You're okay. She was sleeping until she heard your voice.
Fair. That's no problem. Who's this little one?
She's used to me and Grandma talking, but somebody else comes in, it's different.
Delaney.
Okay, that's what I thought, but hair was a lot thicker than
Her
pictures.
hair's also getting lighter in color.
That's exactly. I'm like thinner, lighter.
Yeah, Dogobin, she's a lot cuter than her grandma.
See, which
I mean,
both,
it's the face.
Both of them.
both of them.
Yeah.
The face.
It's a good thing you didn't pass your genes along.
Yeah,
I'm too tall for your jeans.
she's too tall for my jeans.
Terry says hi to you, Michaela.
Yeah, they're saying hi, Michaela.
Who?
So Terry,
Oh, hi.
my friend, it's Auntie Terry for her, and she's in New York,
All right.
and Randy is in Missouri.
Yep.
I just got back from Alaska.
She did
That's
that in
what-
Alaska up there in the what do they call them? Villages.
Yeah.
She was out in the middle of nowhere.
I flew through when I was in the Air Force. I flew into Anchorage. I never left the airport. I can say I was in Alaska, but I never seen anything.
How many planes did you have to take to get to your village from Anchorage?
From Anchorage? The
Hi,
first
Donnie.
one was one. It was to Aniak. Aniak, great. Go to Aniak, Mountain Village, St. Mary's, any of those. To Pilot, it was 2, almost 3, depending on where they stop. That's just full of negative people
Yeah.
that you want to burn a village down.
Yeah. They are natives up there. And they're not good for their culture not being there. They definitely don't like not their culture.
There's a lot of
At
YouTubers.
first, they loved her. They loved having a blonde up there.
Aniac still does. I still get texts from Aniac.
Yeah,
That's the one that
but Pilot
loves
Rock,
people.
if you're a single woman, don't go there.
Oh,
Pilot Station just
Yeah.
is so inbred that everyone's so negative. They drink all the time. And since they hate themselves and everyone around them, when they're drunk, they're angry drunks.
Yeah.
oh wow.
And they're always drunk. It's supposed to be a dry village, though.
But what was funny is when she was telling me they buy money orders for the gas
Yes.
on one day, so they know how much gas to have on another day. And so when the gas comes in, they take their money orders that they've gotten for the gas and go get their gas.
Hmm.
You have to pre-plan your fuel purchase.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are the only days you can get gas. And it's only for amounts above 15. And it has to be a money order. They don't accept cash or card.
What was the price of gas up there per gallon?
$9.81.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was a gallon of milk?
A gallon of milk? We didn't actually sell gallons. We sold quarters for $7.30.
A quart for $7. Yeah.
Did you go up with a group or something?
I went up with my boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever you want to call him.
They took a training
Oh,
because they need people to run the mercantiles up there.
right.
We would call them a mercantile because they sell everything.
Yeah,
And
they shouldn't.
but they bring out of towners, outsiders, because they want to charge and they can't charge. Do they have a McDonald's? Nope. They
only had one store. That was ours.
yeah.
And
One,
that shouldn't be there.
yeah. So what was the first fast food you ate when you got back down again?
Technically, Austin saw Wendy's and had to pee and asked if I wanted Wendy's when we picked up my car about 3 days after I got here.
Oh, 3 days after she went to Wendy's.
Not Wendy's, Arby's, sorry.
Arby's. Wow, who would
Even
pass up
better.
an Arby's?
Not me, I freaking... He's like, anyone hungry? I'm like, no, we plan on having dinner. And then he's like, there's an Arby's, but I have to pee, so we're going to... Arby's? Beef and cheddar. Arby's sauce, too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a big roast beef right now. Go get me one.
Oh, every time that
I don't even know where the closest one is.
the French dip one, what is that? When the French, yeah, when that commercial comes on, I go, I want 2 of those because they're 2
Now,
for $8 right now.
Shannon won't eat Arby's. I talked her in here, well, it's been a year ago. Arby's had that fish special for a while, and I got it out on the road when I was driving. It was really good. And we got it here in St. Joe, and we both got sick from it. And I called in there and said, yeah, we've been having problems cooking our fish. They knew they were having problems, but they still sold it to the public. So she won't go back in there.
Yeah. I always miss the fish one, but I don't use the au jus sauce. It's like I just want the sandwich, and then later I can add my onion, cheese, whatever I want to it, because I'm not eating 2. I've never seen her.
Smiles and then
Hi, Tammy.
I look away, and then she looks at me weird.
It's like, what's Tommy say?
Says, hey, Sandra, baby girl, Randy.
Or Tammy? Hi, Tammy.
Tammy.
I've never seen this girl this shy.
I know it. She's always in there moving around, but she's just being shy to her.
You're okay.
I keep getting random smiles throughout, and then she'll shyly look away, and then she looks at me like,
Do you think you can get your Ace awake?
yeah.
Ace belongs to her. It's just Grandma's caretaker. It's like Ace bites me here lately, so I'm not picking him up anymore. It hurts. But right now he's sleeping, and she does everything with Ace. She lets him sit on her shoulder, and he'll glide wherever he wants, and then she picks him back up. Yeah. You might be able to see Ace. I'll watch her fingers so she doesn't grab him. Oh, Randy made me big? Or did Randy disappear?
No, Tammy, I haven't got a job yet. I applied to drive a van. You see these vans around the railroad tracks? They pick the engineers up and take them to the motel. ID, you see yourself now. You smile at yourself. And I applied for that, but I haven't heard nothing back on it yet. I look every day trying to find something to do.
Is he still getting heavy? She says, he's getting fat, Grandma.
Mhm.
Oh, you're so old, baby.
Yeah, how old is he now?
11.
He's 11 years old, this sugar glider is. She's going to bring him. She's got to get him used to her again. Okay, here. No, look. Look right there. Okay, it's like,
There's in some of your hair, buddy. So much of your hair.
it's like, he's going to go in her hat.
Mhm.
I was going to see if you could hold him closer to the camera here.
He's trying to get away from us.
He hasn't had the hands on as
Hi,
much.
baby. Where you going?
He's looking. It's like, and she's out of practice with him. See,
Oh,
there
now
he
we
is.
see him.
Aww, it's in chiseling. He recognizes Mom.
Yep. That's Ace. When we talk about Ace, that's
Mhm.
like,
Oh no, he licked my neck.
did he?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been biting me when I go to put my hand out for him.
Honestly,
He's just
I
grabbing
don't think
hold.
He's got much time based on movement and the look in his eyes. It
Yeah.
looks like Heather.
Yeah. But he's already made it how many years beyond what they thought he would.
They're supposed to die within 2 weeks of their partner dying.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh, she goes, I want. See? Look, right here. Look. What's that? She goes, what is that? What? He likes to be petted. Yeah. But when I give him his snacks, see, you have to pet nice. But his appetite is down. He wants just the fruits. He doesn't like those pellets anymore.
That's honestly when Heather started. I started having to hand feed him.
But on my counter there is the little fish sticks. He loves them fish sticks.
He loves fish oil.
Yeah.
It's good for their
She's like, oh, I want that. She's got her
She's
hand
not
up
shy
there.
of that. She's just shy of Michaela.
loss in hair is the big sign that
Yeah. But he comes out and he still runs in the squirrel cage and he's all over the place.
yeah.
But I let him pick what he wants off the plate first, and then I sit down the plate. But he doesn't like his little pellets that have the protein, so that's why I got the fish sticks.
Mhm.
She goes, I want that.
Yeah, I know it.
Be dry.
She was kind of sitting still. Now she wants it.
Yeah. He's got the biggest eyes.
All right, Kim. We'll see you later. I'm not going to stand there much longer, Kim,
Okay,
either. So
bye, Kim. But,
The glassing eyes.
yeah. But it's just until he's gone, he's gone. It's one of those things. She paid big dollars for him,
500 each.
500 each, 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm. First time seeing a pilot and going in an airport.
Yep. And when we picked him up, we had to be there near midnight at night.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was the night owl. So we went up and we got him. And everybody up there, can we see what's in these cages? Because he gets to ride up front with the pilot. They do. So they peeked through the cage, and then we got out to the Suburban, and Michaela's taking some of the stuff off the thing. Well, we turned on the dome light, and he squealed. And we thought, oh no, he's a gremlin.
They didn't like the light, huh?
Yeah.
That was Hatter.
And so we turned off the dome light, and then it was quiet, and you never heard another scream until she said it was Hatter, and that's the other one. That he passed away 2.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and he was only supposed to live 2 weeks.
You
But
paid
when-
that kind of money for it, and they're only supposed to live 2 weeks?
No.
Oh.
They have to have a buddy system.
They're
Oh.
8 to 10 years
Yeah, 8 to
is
10.
what they're supposed to live. Buddy system, and when their buddy passes, they're supposed to pass away within 2 weeks. Of
Linda wants to know what it is again.
sugar glider.
Sugar glider.
There's a lady comes on my channel. I go to hers once in a while. Natasha. She's got a monkey in her house. She's had it for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
It's got its own channel. It's Ollie the Monkey.
Yeah.
And she got like 70,000 subscribers to that channel watching that monkey.
I watch those different monkeys all the time. But I says, I don't, it's like I have Ace, and I babysit Maya, and I babysit Bailey, I babysit Gunner, I babysit Cubby. Those are the ones I babysit.
I could bring in Viv. She's
Is
in
Viv
the
in-
car.
That's like, well, you'd have to definitely put, well, Ace, she was raised with Ace for a while.
She knows that I'd rather keep Ace than her. Okay, I love her to death. But I've
Ace.
had Ace for how long more?
Yeah,
8 years more?
yeah. Ace, what are you doing? He's just up there just looking all over the place.
He's also making his little chuzzles noises.
Yeah.
So I do know he recognizes me.
Yeah, but he's totally comfortable sitting on her shoulder. He's not coming off of it. But when they're like, the flying squirrels, they get those wings between their legs. And that's when he glides down, it's not that he flies, it's going from a high point to a low point. Those open, and then he parasails down to the landing. And he doesn't get to do that a whole lot.
I
But
don't even know if he
Do you guys let him outside any?
I used to.
yeah, she used to he'd sit on her shoulder all day long.
Oh.
I snuck him into school a lot of days.
Oh.
He just slept in my pocket.
But this one kid that always wanted to hold him, one of them did not like him. He peed on
Bye,
him all every
Glenda.
time.
Glenda
Hatter,
said it's light in there.
It's marking his
Oh,
territory.
He marked him every single time, and he says, "I'm getting tired of being peed on."
I had to grab it from a very, very awkward spot for your cousin's boyfriend at the time. But he was freaking out and wouldn't move him himself.
Yeah, he went down and marked his parts. What? She's still being bashful, even though I was thinking he needed a new bag.
I agree.
He goes, he knows his bag. But I figure, am I going to have to, if I make one, leave them both in until he gets used to the new fabric?
Yeah.
It's just a fleece bag. Okay, now you can go get your other baby real fast.
There is a tiny puppy.
Maya hangs around with 2 giant labs.
I just don't know how she's going to be with him.
Oh.
I've only ever brought her around big dogs.
Well, it's like she has a Great Dane puppy. That's her other dog.
Not puppy no more. She's
All right, Lynn. We'll see you later.
Eileen.
almost 5.
She's almost 5.
Uh-huh.
She was a puppy at one time.
At one point.
But yeah, that was her other pet of choice. She got a Great Dane. And Great Danes are known for shorter lifespans.
Yeah, they are.
I guess she likes things that,
4 to 5.
and most of them I know are 9 to 10.
That's because most of them are male and still.
Well, why is she keeping you around then?
I don't know, because she can't replace this grandma. She don't have a lot of grandmas.
ID. Now you can see me bigger.
There's Randy. There's Randy. Go hi. Can you say yay? What's
Want
he
patty
doing?
cake with me?
You gonna do patty cake? Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. You roll it, you pat it, you mark it with the B. You put it in the oven for baby and me. Yay!
I'm back.
She's just so shy. You always wanted a Great Dane? There you go. But we'll see what she does. I might have to pick up Maya. Maya, come here. No, it's like, sit her down for a minute. Maya, come here. I'm going to unplug this and move the sewing machine out of the way. Here you go,
Mean that thing
Jennifer.
moves? I've never seen it move before.
Yeah. There you go, Jennifer. What is that? Delaney is like, oh my, it's a horse.
You need a small saddle for Delaney.
There you go, Terry. She's been up to Alaska and all Oregon and around.
Yep, and she's gonna do more traveling.
Yeah, they don't know where they're going to land this time. So they bought a motorhome so they could travel.
And in the future, all we'll need is land and RV hookups.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, this dog is only that high, higher than my table.
Jennifer's asking his name.
Vividel.
Viv for short. Delaney's just throwing herself back
Oh,
in
she
here.
got a lick. She got so happy.
It's like, what? It's like, I got a kiss too.
Hey, Grandma, that puppy's bigger than me.
That puppy's just a tiny thing, right? But, and can you imagine the dog crate that they had to use on the airline to get this dog home?
We
And up
needed
there.
a bigger one, but they literally couldn't fly anything bigger to us. And so she got put into one where she could only lay down.
She had to lay down only. Is that what you just set back up to?
Yeah.
Did you
I
get
sent
it
up
yet?
drugs, though. Not yet. Not yet. But she got drugs.
And so Terry's
Checking out.
wrote the name. Is that correct?
E instead of A. Vividel.
Terry was close.
Yeah, real close. And
It-
nope, it's a purebred. 100% purebred. I still don't know
Yeah.
how you got black. Mom was white. Dad was white. Every other puppy in the litter was white. I got a black one.
Here's Terry's.
That's
little-
unusual.
But Sebastian, he's aging.
So is she.
I had a E and changed it. Okay. Yeah, she lives next door to a dozen Danes. Carrie does. So her all
Oh,
she had is little ones, and she lives next door to Great Danes.
he went up towards D. Now she's clapping.
Yeah, she's getting all excited now.
Yeah, she is. She's getting excited.
But it's not so much the dog now; it's she's watching Michaela.
I'm gonna go put her back and hold
Okay.
baby.
You can put her in the backyard if you want.
I don't know if she's gonna jump over the fence.
Oh, yeah. You might have to have a 6-foot fence. Maya's underneath my chair, but she didn't attack her or anything. What? What's what? You want? We'll put you back over there. Go. Some of the noises she makes. Yeah, that's what she's saying. I can write it. It's like,
I watched a bunch of little short videos of kids and dogs and stuff doing things. They're really cute. There's a kid trying to get away, and the dog is grabbing his pants, and dragging it back, and different things. It's funny watching them.
yeah. So Terry, it's like our dogs have all been pretty mild. I don't know why, but we've always had, it seems like, some of the mildest dogs that they all get along with each other. Because sometimes,
Mine is freaking the terrier.
how'd she do with Sadie?
Okay, so that
Good.
one.
She just house sat for the weekend.
The time before
What?
that.
Keep show.
Terry wants to know if they knew each other already.
No, this is the first time ever meeting.
That's unusual then, too, yeah.
Because Michaela didn't know really what Maya's name was. She finally got to pick her up.
Uh-oh, D, you traitor.
But Ronnie found pork rinds with sugar cinnamon on them.
She tried them this weekend. Said Grandma needs some.
It's like, I love cinnamon and sugar anything. You haven't tried it then, huh? Well,
I have mysteriously had a bag of white
Oh.
cheddar ones in Ranch go missing.
Pork rinds with cinnamon? I haven't seen them yet.
they have white cheddar ones. D does like pork rinds. But we have to give her a little piece because she tries to put it all. We're trying to
Is that
find
me?
snacks that are good for us, but they have hot and spicy.
ranch, white cheddar, nacho cheese, sour
I
cream.
think
and
they're
onion.
those two are cousins, right? Not aunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, cousins.
Yeah, because this is my granddaughter and this great granddaughter.
I'm Emily's cousin. I know
Yeah,
that much.
Emily's cousin. So they're first cousins. This would be second cousin. She's just chewing that thing all around.
Mm-hmm. Well, he can't just trying to swallow it.
If she's sucking on it.
Yep.
What? And she
She wants more.
At least she's not a picky eater. A lot of kids anymore are really picky.
Got you.
it's like, bu. Oh,
Too dry.
yep.
But Sandra, I'm gonna get off her. I gotta get up
Okay.
to do something here.
Okay.
And my hour's up, way up.
Yeah, we had an unexpected delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily is from Casey, and Ronnie's from is Michaela's. And then Michaela, she spells her name M-I-C capital K-A-Y-L-A. So it's Michaela.
Michaela K.
Yeah. So she's Michaela K.
Bye, girls.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.